stampers, crafters, card makers. It's Jackie Ball-Heiss from Clomp Stampers. Today I want to share with you my two very favorite set of dies and how to use them to make some really quick and easy cards. I've got two different layouts for you that you're going to be able to use with a bunch of different stamps, even though today I'm focusing on the Courage and Faith stamp set to show you how easy it is to just make encouragement cards, we're going to call them, to send to family and friends. So let's flip the camera down. I can't wait to share with you. Hang on a second. So there's going to be a lot happening today. We're going to talk about my two favorite sets of dies. We're going to use the stamp set Courage and Faith. We're going to do some coloring with some Stampin' Blends. And then I have two fun layouts that you're going to be able to use over and over. So let's just dive in with the first layout. The second one's a whole lot quicker and easier. I'm not going to say easier because I think they're both really easy. So we're going to start out, and I just have a piece of scrap, basic white there. I also have ink on my fingers, and we want to make sure we don't get that on our cardstock. Gosh, I'm kind of a mess. You can tell I've been stamping today. And we're going to stamp that on our scrap. And then I'm going to take one of the stitch circles from the Stylish Shapes dies. Now, you know, I have used these a lot over the last couple of years. My thing's a hot mess here, but it's got the squares, the circles, and some banners. It's an essential to me. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run this over to my die cutting machine and cut this out, and I'll be right back. There we go. Now notice how I cut it over to the left side because I'm going to take this stamp right here to stamp a little, I don't know, I'm just going to call it a branch because I don't know what to call it. But what I like about the set is you got the curve going that way and the curve going that way. And the same with both of them. Now, after we do this one, I've got, I don't know, about 3 other ones I'm going to show just how you can put these stamps together different ways. So for this one, I'm just putting that little branch spray of leaves or whatever you want to call it over to the right. And then we're going to do some super simple coloring with Stampin' Blends. They're my favorite to color with. And I like to start with light. Let's see. And I'm going to just come in and real quickly kind of zip around each one of these. Now I did stamp in Memento Black. Okay, that is the best ink to use with Stampin' Blends. And then we're going to take the dark and I'm going to come back here and I'm going to put just a little dark, a little bit on the left or the base of each one. This is just going to give me a couple of different tones of that green in there. I know some people get super duper fancy and very artistic. The Stampin' Blends, being an alcohol marker, they blend just like the name, and you don't get those brush marks, and they just look gorgeous. Quick and easy coloring. Anyone can feel like an artist. So I just came back in with the light and put a little bit of light over to blend that. And then I'm going to take, what do we got? The dark Bubble Bath. Now these dots are super little, so there's not a whole lot of room for me to blend. So I'm not going to go from light to dark. We're just starting, we're going right to the dark and just filling in those dots. Easy peasy. Okay, so then let's set that aside. And for my card, I just have a normal size card base, 8.5 by 11. And then I have some Granny Apple Green, I believe this one is, and some basic black. Now, in the description of this video will be a link to take you over to my blog post, and over there you can grab all the measurements. I cut these a while ago, and I honestly don't remember the size of them. So you can go over there, and you can also get all the colors and the list of supplies that I use, so make it real easy for you. Now, I'm going to, like I said, I want to keep this card super simple. It's an encouragement card to pop in the mail. So we'll go ahead and just stick that right over. Oh, I need a new cutting blade. Can you see the little fuzzies? There you go. So there's that one. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my dimensionals. And, ooh, the sheet's almost running out. Well, that's a good chance for me to show you. Once you've taken all the dimensionals around the edge, I like to just use these, well, not around the edge, around the center, but then you can go ahead and it breaks off real easy. I don't even use my scissors, but I'll use all the pieces of a sheet of dimensionals by the time I'm done. So we can make sure you use them up. And then I'm going to just go ahead and stick that right there. So easy peasy. Now, just to show you a few other ideas, this one I've stuck this together. Here's a piece of that bubble bath. And then I did play around, and I wanted to use all the different words in this stamp set. So there's, let's see, what do we got? 4 different ones, okay? All Bible verses, so they're great for encouragement cards. And I stamped them all on circles, and then you can see here how I use the 2 different, I guess, styles, okay? But I use the right curve and the left curve. Here we got them on both sides, underneath and all over. So now I could use any of these on this card. So again, super easy card. You know, I don't do anything that's hard, but it's a great little layout that you could use even with other stamps. Just use an emboss layer, and then these circles, and whatever your greeting is or your main image, you can stick it in the middle, you can stick it up high, you can stick it down low, whatever works for you. So there is that one. Now I told you I had 2 different ideas for you. So remember, this uses those stylish shapes dies that I use a lot. I'm surprised they still cut. I've used them so much for the last few years. So now let's go ahead and take a peek at my new favorite. These are called the Nested Essentials dies. Love the shape. You've seen me use it quite a bit already. We've got the rectangles with rounded corners. We've got the banners, and then whatever the heck you call that. Now for this one, I did a little work ahead of time because I didn't want the video to be too long. So we have a note card and envelope. You know I like these. They come in a pack of 20. Perfect for quick and easy cards. And then some of that Gingham Designer Series paper. And I'm going to put this one together, and then I have 4 others to share with you so you can see all the different verses with some different dies. Now, before I go ahead and stick this one down, we are going to take linen thread, wrap it around, and then double it. I know you've seen me do this before if you follow me at all. Oh, got dimensional backings there. We're going to wrap it around, and I'm just going to tie it in a bow over here on the left edge. Like so. Actually, it's the right edge. I always tie my bows upside down. I feel like I can get it tied a little bit better. And you know what? That one did not tie good. Let's try that again. So I tied a knot, and you can see it's even pulling up a little bit because I know it's going to loosen up on me as I do this. And then I tie this and make sure those ends go towards the bottom. Now we can just adjust them. Get that bow the size you want. And I like to make sure my loops are 2 different sizes. So I'll pull on 2 of those there, tighten it up, bring those ends together. And then you can always slide it, okay, if it needs to go over there just a little bit. So this is going to go onto my note card. And once again, let's use dimensionals. We are really using up our sheet here. So let's use all of these ends. Looks kind of ugly. Ah, look at that. They're all coming off on me. Let's see. There we go. Peel those off. Choom, choom. And then this is another great layout with these note cards and envelopes. And again, these measurements will be over on the website. Check the video description. You know, I feel like that's just a little bit too big. Let's bring it down. There we go. Now, what I did is I stamped on a piece of scrap paper in pecan pie already, and I used, let's see, I bet it was this one of these dies. So you can see how it's got just the nice little dots around it, stitching around it. And then this one, when I stick it on here, it's going to go over this linen thread. So I want to make sure, oh, these long strips will work perfect, that I actually put my dimensionals down along the bottom and along the top. So when I stick it down, that linen thread's going to run right through the middle there, and it'll make it stick much better that way. So let's just slide it in right like that. And look at how easy that is. Now, I got to show you these because I was having so much fun with this layout. I actually did all of them again in different colors. So here are all 4 of those Bible verses. Again, just a great note card to pop in the mail to someone. And how super easy is that? No coloring, anything, just stamped our sentiment there on scrap paper. You can see all of these were cut out with this fun shape. And I use the coordinating color ink on these that go with that designer series paper. So I hope you like these two different layouts. Same stamp set, very simple cards, but you can mix and match all the parts and pieces to do either one of these layouts. So once again, check out all the details over on my website. And if you have any questions or need help with anything, leave us a comment either on the video or on the website. You can email us as well. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll be stamping with you again real soon. Have a stamp happy day.